It was June 17, 2026, when a Trooper Collier Wright pulls behind a black Mercedes C300 with a Mississippi plate that will not return in the system. The stop at mile marker 272 already feels off. The driver takes too long to pull over, keeps his foot on the brake, stays in gear, and when something bounces off the shoulder from the passenger window, he plays dumb about it. Trooper Wright walks the shoulder and finds a Ruger LC9S pistol in the grass. Past 100 miles per hour, immediately weaving through traffic and passing on the shoulder until exit 10, where he takes the ramp at 110. At over 120 miles per hour and all over the road, using the shoulder as his own personal passing lane, there is not much the trooper can do except stay as close as possible and hope this does not end the way it easily could.
Wrecked out.
He burns the tires and goes wrong way for about 15 yards until he hits a semi head-on. 3 vehicles disabled and $20,000 in damage. Ronnie Hudson out of the car and into custody without another word. Charges include felony, fleeing, aggravated assault, criminal mischief, fictitious tags, tampering with evidence, and possession of a firearm by a certain person as a B felony. On June 15, 2026, just after 8 in the morning, Trooper Arellano spots a red Chevrolet Corvette on Interstate 55 with a covered plate and expired registration. Lights on at mile marker 55, and for about 25 seconds nothing happens. Then smoke pours from the exhaust, and the Corvette disappears at 156 miles per hour. Arkansas state line crossed, and Missouri State Highway Patrol is already being staged ahead with tire deflation devices.
He's in the outside lane. He's coming back and forth. Eastbound on 164. He's losing tires. Same opportunity. out.
Jaden Smith stops running, raises his hands, and goes prone on the ground as the trooper closes in. The backpack tells an interesting story. 2 Ram TRX key fobs, a Dodge SRT key, and his own driver's license. A small amount of marijuana found in the Corvette. Being placed into the Missouri Patrol vehicle, Smith looks at the trooper and says he is not worried about the Corvette because he will just buy another one. Arkansas State Police will be seeking restitution for the damage to the patrol vehicle. On June 19, 2026, in Jefferson County, Arkansas, Trooper Jonathan Nutt clocks a white Honda Accord at 101 miles per hour. The driver, Rodney Shavers, actually pulls over. Then the moment the trooper steps out, floors it northbound. What the trooper does not know yet is that there is a passenger and a 2-month-old baby in that car.
What that 20 was? I don't know if it passed 20 yet. That's what you can, they do.
Over 120 miles per hour on the shoulder, and the trooper is still pushing to get closer, trying to find the angle to send the suspect off the road. And had he known there was a 2-month-old baby in that car, the entire approach would have looked completely different.
16.
Shavers takes exit 135 into Little Rock. Trooper Nutt cannot make the exit, but 3 other troopers pick him up immediately, and the chase rolls into the city at 100 miles per hour in a 40 zone.
Yeah, 10-4 truck 7, he's passing on the right shoulder. 22, watch taking his line. 10-4.
Getting off for the dark top.
Come up to Lancaster.
Westbound, coming up to Lancaster.
Come to a gas station.
Heading to the gas station.
South on Lancaster.
Hey, foot belt. Foot belt. Hey, where is he? is he?
That way.
Shavers stops the car, bails on foot, and jumped over a fence and into a backyard where Booth deploys the taser and Shavers hits the ground. Back at the car, Brianna Jenkins in the passenger seat and a 2-month-old baby in the vehicle. Charges include felony fleeing, endangering the welfare of a minor, kidnapping, DWI, second offense, and more. On June 11, 2026, Little Rock police are already running when the call goes out to Arkansas State Police. Troopers respond quickly, join the pursuit, and take over primary. And from that moment on, this chase is in completely different hands.
He had one, but one came up behind. Slowing down, let me take primary. It's going to be Boyd George, X-ray 50 Nora, on 1037. I'm set up for a TVI. It's not a good spot right here.
Once the trooper takes over primary, he immediately notices the suspect is not pushing anywhere near his limits, and the road ahead is wide open. And if you have watched enough of these chases, you already know exactly what that means for what happens next.
Traffic's light. Coming up to a red light at East Broadway. He ran into, we're on 165. Looks like he's pulling over. Just already came out of it. Got a failed TDI at the crossroads. Back in at 165. He's waving his hands out.
The second pit brings it to a clean stop, and both the driver and passenger are taken out and arrested without any further drama. Then comes the explanation. The driver informs the troopers he is a lawyer. He knows the rules, and he did absolutely nothing wrong. Well, the jail cell he is headed to tonight should give him plenty of quiet time to review his case and figure out exactly where that legal argument falls apart. It was August 28, 2025 in Central Florida when a stolen BMW M4 convertible is tearing through Interstate 4 at 136 miles per hour with a law enforcement helicopter locked onto every move from above. What looks like a high-speed chase is actually the surface of something much bigger, a luxury vehicle theft operation that investigators say stretched across Orange and Seminole counties and targeted some of the most expensive cars on the road.
Alert, I got it. It's westbound Lake Mary coming up to I-4. Looks like it's about to get back on I-4 East.
No.
Alright, let's let MHP know, see if they want to get involved. It's getting on I-4 East from Lake Mary. And let Volusia know. Yeah, Super Signal 12, eastbound I-4.
34.
Alright, he's cutting through cars pretty aggressively. Top's halfway up. Passenger's wearing a light gray hoodie. Driver's wearing a dark colored hoodie. They're in the left lane, over triple digits.
Real time, check for ankle monitors, please.
Alert to supervisors on the channel. Just be advised, there is no units behind it. There is 0 units.
Anywhere in sight behind us. 813 on at I-4, 46.
Alright, past 46 now.
136 miles per hour on interstate with a helicopter overhead that never blinks. No cops visible in the mirror, and that false sense of freedom is exactly what makes this so dangerous.
Some Alpha units out on the signal 10. Do you still want to be patched with 7 Alpha reference Alicia?
813, go ahead, 901. Can you post a couple units at 600 the county line in case he comes back south?
Some more copies.
Alright, he's got about 120 on the shoulder. He keeps almost losing it and getting control again. Still eastbound I-4. Passing over to Barry Ave.
Copy.
Alright, getting off at DeBerry Ave. Alright, U-turn westbound at DeBerry Ave. Driving on the median. Westbound DeBerry. About to go under. Or actually, it looks like he's getting back on I-4. Possibly.
The suspect keeps pushing at those speeds, and the recklessness never lets up. But driving like that for that long always comes with a price, and on interstate, that bill comes due in the most violent way possible.
Alright, he's back in the right lane, center lane, and left lane. Back on the left shoulder, Alright, right shoulder, in the grass, back to signal 4, bad. Bad, signal 4, car's on fire, start FT.
Copy.
Where's he at?
There's a U-turn break here, I think the units are near him.
The crash was catastrophic. The BMW splits into two major sections, and somehow both occupants survive. When investigators dig into who was behind the wheel and why they were running, the full picture emerges. 33 luxury vehicles stolen worth over $2 million across 2 counties. BMWs, Range Rovers, Mercedes, G-Wagons, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris, targeted in affluent neighborhoods with security vulnerabilities, exploited in cars transported out of state before anyone noticed. Racketeering charges and multiple arrests followed. It was January 9th, 2026, when a stolen black Hyundai Kona is already being chased northbound on Interstate 75 by Collier County units when the call goes out to Lee County. Trooper positions at mile marker 133 waits for the Hyundai to come to him, and the moment it passes, slots right in behind it. The driver immediately pushes to 120 miles per hour and makes it very clear this is not ending at a traffic stop.
Secondary, I'll take over communication.
26-1700, taking over communication.
Pull over, man. You're surrounded. Pull over.
Northbound, passing the 139 overpass. Speeds 121 light.
As the suspect keeps weaving through traffic, the primary trooper gets the call to push ahead and get in front, letting the units already positioned behind do exactly what they have been waiting to do.
Myers to 308, just hit 120 miles per hour.
124. Hit on camera view, hit. Units to signal 14, camera view, the vehicle is stationary, right lane.
4 vehicles take damage before this thing is finally pinned. Window broken, suspect removed, and Michael Lawrence Sink is in handcuffs and handed over to Collier County deputies for transport to Lee County Jail. 4 patrol vehicles damaged a stolen Hyundai Kona and a 60-year-old man who thought Interstate 75 was a good place to test his luck against Florida Highway Patrol. It was not. On June 9th, 2026, in Bentonville, Arkansas, a green sport bike with no plate is already being chased by Bentonville PD when they cancel the pursuit. Arkansas State Police pick up the last known location, and a trooper on a 14th Street spots it, almost immediately gets behind it, and the moment those lights come on, Jacob Williams turns onto Water Tower Road, and the chase is on.
Gray tank top, black helmet. We're in the roundabout right now. Looks like we're going to be going back towards 8th Street. See if this building get up by the glass building and walk on. Looks like we may be going north on Beverly. Think up. Negative, he's through the red light. South on Integrity Drive. Negative, he's wrong way now. Speed 60.
Red lights, sidewalks, wrong lanes, crosswalks. Williams is treating Bentonville like his own personal obstacle course at 90 miles per hour, and nothing is off limits, including the sidewalk in front of the Walmart home office.
South on Main. Negative, he's on the green light. I'm behind him. West on 8th Street. 4 trucks in Central now. Hey, take over call. I'm gonna see if I can get a first call for
Troopers try to box him in, but Williams finds the gap and slips right through. A new unit takes over primary, and the chase keeps going with everyone behind him, looking for the next opportunity to end it before this gets any worse. The suspect gets off the bike, goes to his knees, and puts his hands up. Jacob Williams in custody and transported to Benton County Sheriff's Office, where intake finds 5 grams of methamphetamine on his person. No license, no plate, suspended license, reckless driving, fleeing, and now drug possession added to the list. On November 24, 2024, in Leon County, Florida, Florida Highway Patrol troopers spot a white Dodge Charger on Interstate 10 doing something immediately suspicious. No headlights, no taillights, and moving fast. The moment they move in, Marcos Tulio Rivas Jr. makes his decision and the Charger takes off into the dark at over 130 miles per hour. Turning the lights off, wrong lanes, and reckless passes, Rivas is doing everything he can to disappear into the dark. And at those speeds, every single move is a gamble with the lives of everyone on that highway. Buck Lake Road is where it all ends. A sharp curve neither the suspect vehicle nor the patrol vehicle can negotiate. Both troopers sustain serious injuries and are transported to Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. Rivas is hospitalized as well. After being released, he is arrested and charged with felony fleeing and eluding with wanton disregard, causing injury, later entering a nolo contendere plea and sentenced to 60 days in county jail, 3 years probation, and a 1-year license suspension. It was June 1st, 2026, when a trooper Russell pulls over a black pickup on State Highway 37 for failing to maintain lanes and no seatbelt. Troy Garrett Alexander pulls over. Tag comes back fictitious, and the trooper heads back to reapproach. Alexander puts it in drive and takes off north onto a farm road. A seatbelt stop just became a felony pursuit through rural Arkansas.
What are you doing?
B10 4, 1037. Going through the field off of 37. We're going to be east of Tuckerman.
Toward 82, see if they come out on the highway. Sounds like a plan. I'm about. There he goes, left to right.
We went right. We're going over the interstate. We're on asphalt now. Going to the interstate, going northbound.
I'm gonna cut on 380. Got back on interstate.
Negative, we're on a service road. We're back on dirt now. I don't know what road we're on. Probably still, I think, County Road 82, just on the other side of the interstate. Wrecked out, roll over. Start me EMS.
Alexander walks toward the trooper after the crash, hands visible but refusing to stay on his stomach and keep turning back. A taser drive stunned to the back gets compliance, and the cuffs go on. Transported to St. Bernard's in Jonesboro, cleared and straight to Jackson County Detention Center. Suspended license, fictitious tags, no insurance, no seatbelt, felony, fleeing, resisting arrest, and 2 failure to appear, charges already waiting before this morning even started. In Gadsden County, Florida Highway Patrol moves in on a stolen pickup truck with a flatbed trailer still attached. The driver has zero intention of stopping and takes off with everything in tow, making this one of the more unusual pursuits you will see on this channel. Not exactly the getaway vehicle of choice, but here we are.
Alert, Grid, Speedway PD, also. 10-4. Got back to 192, but then he swerved and got back on the interstate. We're still going eastbound.
Somewhere mid-chase, a handgun comes flying out of the window, the driver thinking it is gone for good. Troopers watch it leave the vehicle, mark the spot, and recover it without breaking stride. Now pause right here. If you were a trooper behind a stolen pickup truck with a flatbed trailer still attached, what would you do to stop it? The driver makes the right call and he pulls into that rest area and surrenders without any further incident. Stolen vehicle charges, firearm possession, and everything that came with the pursuit, all waiting the moment those cuffs go on. A flatbed trailer, a tossed handgun, and a rest area finish line. Not the smoothest operation ever attempted in Gadsden County, Florida.